What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of This Week in Perfect Team. I am, of course, your host, Kris Jardine, a.k.a. Snaggle J, Community Manager for Perfect Team. Welcome to another Sunday episode, which will be the last of our Sunday episodes. Next week, we will be going back to our regularly scheduled Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so that's going to be January 7th. We're going to be switching back. We're going to be out of the holidays. We're going to be switching back, like I said, to the... oh, is it? I'll turn my mic down, guys. Sorry. Sorry. Hopefully that's a little better. Thank you, everyone. Down to... I can take it down from 11 to like a 5. You guys want me living at... You guys want me only up here. You guys want me down here. Hopefully that's a little better. So next week, we're going to be switching back to our regular Monday night time slot. So the next episode of This Week in Perfect Team will be January 7th. And if you guys remember from last week, January 7th will be the first ever batch of community content. That's right. We're going to be unveiling 6 cards on the 7th that you guys, the Out of the Park Perfect Team community, submitted for ideas. I know the 6 cards. I am very, very excited to see them. I hope you guys are going to tune in. But, let's not worry about what's going to happen next week. Let's worry about what's happening this week on this very episode of This Week in Perfect Team. For those of you who don't know, who have been living under a rock that I have not been tweeting about it enough, my birthday, for those of you who may not know, my birthday is on Tuesday. That's right, I am a New Year's baby. So I decided, I took it upon myself as community manager for Perfect Team. You know what? I'm just going to put a bunch of cards in the game that I want. So tonight we are going to be unveiling 6 brand new cards, one of which I posted on Twitter earlier today. So tonight we have 6 cards. 4 of those cards are January 1st birthdays, just like me. The other 2 cards are just a couple of cards that I wanted, and we're going to explain that. And you know what? Instead of leaving the content for the end of the show, we're going to drop the brand new content right now. So we're going to talk about the 6 new cards. I'm going to dive into a little bit of pitcher ratings for those of you who may have some questions about our pitcher ratings and how some of those work. We're going to talk about that. And then at the end of the show, we're going to give away some perfect points. You got to be here to win the perfect points. So make sure if you want to win some PP, you're going to have to stick around till later on in the show. So let's jump right in. As I said, guys, boom. 6 new cards. You guys want to know the best part about these cards? They are in the game right now. We hosted them up to the server right before the stream started. These cards I am about to show you are available in the game right now. Right this minute. You're going to be able to, someone might pull one of these cards while we're streaming, which would be really weird and really cool. So let's jump in. So we do have 2 diamonds, 2 golds, a silver, and a bronze. So let's start it off with the bronze, who is not a January 1st birthday, but 1999 unsung hero Matt Stairs. Now, the reason why I picked Matt Stairs is because he was born like an hour and a half away from here in Fredericton, New Brunswick, where I lived for 10 years. I have met Matt Stairs. I have a Matt Stairs autographed baseball that I tried to find. It's around here somewhere. But Matt Stairs is basically a legend where I come from. Somebody accosted me, I think it was in the Discord earlier, saying, was there going to be any Canadians? Was there going to be any Canadians in the content? Well, yes, of course there's going to be Canadians in the content. Boom. 1999 unsung hero Matt Stairs, 76 home run power from the left side, which is nice. He's got that 82 arm as well. This year in 1999, he hit 38 home runs, which obviously was his career high by about 3 miles. So boom, 1999 unsung hero Matt Stairs is in the game. What's this? What is happening? Sorry, we're all good. Can we add Adam Dunn? Maybe. All right, next up, guys, is the first of our January 1st birthdays. This is historical legend first baseman Earl Torgeson. Now, I tried to find a 100% way to pronounce his name. Some sites say it's Torgeson. Some sites say it's Torgeson. I'm going with Torgeson because I just think it sounds cooler. The cool thing I like about Earl Torgeson, other than the fact that he has a January 1st birthday, which is really cool, is you'll notice guy's got a little bit of wheels. So he played for a number of teams in the 40s and 50s. He hit for a fair amount of power. As you can tell, he's got 74 home run power. It's true. It's true. I mean, honestly, hey, 3 times down, if you just come by to make fun of the way I say words, make sure you hang around. I'm Canadian. I'm going to literally butcher probably every single word. Like, it's not funny anymore because it's just a thing that happens. I'm Canadian. If you came here to watch me butcher words, I really, honestly, you came to the right place because I'm going to butcher every single word I can ever imagine. So you don't need to point it out every single time I look at the chat. I see you making fun of how I talk. I appreciate that because it's just going to continue. I really need the feedback. I really do. So Torgeson, he hit for a fair amount of power for the time. Again, mid to late 40s, not really a huge power time for Major League Baseball. But the cool thing is that he actually had a 19 stolen base season and a 20 stolen base season. And in those days, there was definitely not a lot of base stealing. So for a first baseman to be putting up 19, 20 stolen base seasons was kind of cool. And again, with the January 1st birthday, obviously I was going to put him in the game. So for a 71 overall silver, you know what? You pull him on one of your Team No Monies or on an entry pool or Bronze League team, I think this card could be kind of cool. I have no control over the ratings. I just tell them, hey, I want this card in the game. These are the ratings that I get back. So I'm literally looking at these for the first time, other than when I pulled them earlier, and I didn't really pay that much attention to them. So I kind of like this card. 74 home run power. Pretty good. I'm not going to lie. All right, next up, let's move into the gold category. I posted this card on Twitter earlier today, 1999. One-hit wonder, Fernando Tatis. Oh, man. Who didn't love Fernando Tatis in the late 90s? Obviously, the 1999 season, he is famous for hitting 2 grand slams off of Chan Ho Park in the same inning of a game. But that wasn't it for Fernando Tatis in 1999. He hit 34 home runs and drove in 107 runs. The 34 home runs far surpassing anything else he had previously hit in a season or would ever hit in a season. So we think this card is really cool. And again, January 1st birthday. So obviously he makes the cut just based on that alone. But hey, 1999 Fernando Tatis, boom, he's in packs right now. He is definitely a bit of a defensive liability at third base is one thing I notice. Not a great arm, not good range, but you know what? If you're really starving for that home run power, you know, he's got a little bit of speed too for a corner infielder. Maybe you could slot him in at DH if you're looking again for that power. So again, Fernando Tatis, 1999, pretty cool card. Next up, I saw somebody posted in the chat. I saw somebody posting it in the chat earlier on in the episode. 2015 historical All-Star Dallas Keuchel. Again, a really, really good season for Keuchel. This card goes in as a historical All-Star. But, I mean, just look at the season Keuchel had in 2015. He was 20-8 with a 2.48 ERA. He led the American League in WHIP. He led the American League in innings pitched. And he won the Cy Young. Guys, is the mic still messed up? Is it still too strong? I still see a few people complaining about the mic. I literally have it turned down to like minus 35. So I see a couple of people. I'm sorry if the mic is not great. Let's see. It is really sensitive. Maybe if I moved it down here. I wonder if I have it on the right setting. We'll see if that works a little better. See if that's a little better. I'll just move it away a little bit. It's kind of distorted. Yeah, I haven't used it since last week. And last week, I am super excited too. You guys know how I get on these episodes. I literally just plug it in and go. I don't ever really mess with the mic settings, so I'll have to do some testing over the course of this week. But yeah, this is a really, really solid card. 96 movement, 93 changeup. He has 98 stamina as well, which is pretty good. Again, extreme ground ball pitcher, guys. Keep that in mind, the extreme ground ball pitcher. So if you're building those pitcher-friendly ballparks, or even a hitter-friendly ballpark where you want a guy to keep the ball down, Keuchel may be the pitcher for you. I'm really excited. And again, January 1st birthday. So that leaves us with the main event. And I call this the double main event because I am extremely excited about these next two cards. I had a lot of people DM me and say, we can't wait to see the Hank Greenberg card that you're about to roll out. Well, let me tell you, there's already 3 Hank Greenberg cards in the game, so I decided to skip Hank Greenberg. So the first card is not a January 1st birthday. So guessing January 1st birthdays is out. So I was thinking, I was looking through, it's funny, this actually struck me when I was looking through the list of suggestions that people have sent for cards. And I was like, one card really stuck out at me and started getting me thinking back to my childhood. And just this guy was one of those guys that when I saw him come in from the bullpen, especially in 1993, you knew the game was over. You knew when Duane Ward came in the game in 1993 that it was over. The defending champs got rid of their closer, put Duane Ward in, and he was absolutely outstanding in 1993. In 1993, Duane Ward, obviously with being a historical all-star, guess what? He was an all-star in 1993. I don't think we need to say that. He had a 2.13 ERA and 45 saves. 111 stuff. 111 stuff, a 91 rated fastball, and a 97 rated slider. And I'm going to have words with whoever gave him 6 in stamina. I'm going to write, I'm going to write that down. I'm going to get my pen. Where's my pen? Pen. Ward stamina. Is there 2 C's in unacceptable? Unacceptable. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, Duane Ward, one of my favorite all-time Blue Jays. Somebody actually, I don't know if it was somebody tweeted at me or somebody mentioned in the stream last week, saying, hey, it'd be really cool if we had a Duane Ward card, Snaggle. We know you're a big, cool Jays guy. Boom. Duane Ward. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, the pièce de résistance. The main event of the evening, the second part of our double main event. You got to go all the way back all the way back to 1880 to find this guy when he began his trip through Major League Baseball. And that will be historical legend Tim Keefe. What was his name? Gentleman Tim, or he had a real nice, he was known for being a really cool guy. Tim Keefe played in Major League Baseball from 1880 until 1893. In that 13 years, he won 342 games. In fact, in 1883, just in 1883, he pitched 619 innings. 619 innings pitched in 1883. So when I was researching this, January 1st birthdays, I was like, Tim Keefe? I didn't think he was going to be a 96 just based on the way that we rate players and we try to, convert them to a current day rating system. But as you can see with Tim Keefe, he has 101 stuff, 78 fastball, a 102 changeup. Smiling Tim, that's what I thought I saw. His nickname was Smiling Tim. And obviously that 121 stamina. The downside to this, I immediately noticed, is extreme fly ball. So keep that in mind, guys. This is going to be a pricey card. This is a top-end card. But keep in mind, guys, extreme fly ball. And we've seen this, you guys, we've seen this across some of these cards that have that high stamina when they're extreme fly ball pitchers. That comes from the conversion to a more modern day rating system. They can give up the long ball. And guys, don't forget, do you guys see this above me? 45 contact, 61 eye, 47 and 43 ratings in the corner outfield positions. So not only is he going to pitch 9 innings every 5 days, he can hit a little bit. He can hit a little bit. Nah, he's not bad. So guys, that is our brand new Kris's Picks content set. Torgerson, Keuchel, Duane Ward, Tim Keefe, Fernando Tatis, and Matt Stairs. And remember, guys, these cards are in the game right now. Absolutely in the game right now. Get them while they're hot. Make sure if you guys pull one of these cards, you either tweet it at us at OOTP Perfect Team so I can give you some retweet love. Or if you're in our Discord, discord.gg/OTP, we have a Fire Pulls channel that I scroll through very jealously every day because I haven't pulled anything good in weeks. I think what did we pull? We pulled a Blake Snell last week. It was awful. So yeah, make sure if you guys are pulling these, we really want to see them. And again, in our Discord, guys, we passed 1,750 members in the Discord over Christmas break. So kudos to you guys for all the support in the Discord. So now, guys, something else I wanted to talk about tonight, now that we've done the content portion of the stream, is pitcher ratings. Now, I posted a little survey in the Discord, and I wanted to know what you guys consider to be most important when you're looking at a pitcher between stuff, movement, and control. And double the amount of people said stuff. Everybody's out there looking for stuff. Some people elaborate on their decision a little bit. But one thing I noticed right away was that I had a few people come back and they were like, well, they didn't really understand what the difference was. So I wanted to kind of elaborate a little bit so you guys would have a better understanding, for those of you who may be a little bit new to the mode or who maybe don't pay as much attention to those kind of ratings, what the 3 main pitcher ratings mean. So let's take a look at stuff. And this is right from the in-game manual. Stuff is a measure of the quality of a pitcher's pitch repertoire. Think of it as how he puts it all together. Stuff affects the number of strikeouts a pitcher throws. It's based on a combination of pitch ratings and velocity in which he throws. So, basically, a guy with higher stuff is going to strike out more guys, and he is going to typically throw a little harder. So, one thing about stuff is typically someone with high stuff and low everything else is generally suited for your bullpen. Now, something that I wanted to research, because I saw it posted in the Discord a couple of times, and I didn't quite comment on it because I wasn't sure, was relief pitchers get a bonus. So if you have a starting pitcher who has relatively good stuff ratings, let's say a 90, he's got good velocity, he's got really good stuff, you put him in the bullpen and he's going to get a bump to his stuff, because as a reliever, people don't get to see them as much, so their stuff is a little more effective. And I tried this out. I have Mark Littell as my closer. He has 121 stuff. I switched him to a starting pitcher. He lost 15 points off of his stuff rating. His stuff is still very, very good, but because he's going to face hitters more frequently, that stuff is going to be a little less effective, which I thought was really cool. So this is something, especially when you're in a playoff type of environment, this can be really handy. If you're trying to decide, hey, I have this starter, like, should I use him in relief? You know, again, if you have that guy, and I see some names mentioned in the chat, there's a lot of good ones out there. I used my 89 overall Clemens in the bullpen today. It didn't work out very good for me because we lost in 4 games again. But this is something to consider. I would recommend Tide, who is asking, should you actually switch them? I would actually right-click the player and go down and set their position. I think it works regardless, but when I'm on that ratings screen, like in my pitching staff, if you right-click them and set position as reliever, you'll automatically see it updated right in that graph, right in your page right there. I always like to set their position to be what I want their position to be. So let's move on to movement. Pretty straightforward, right, guys? Is a measure of the movement on a pitcher's pitches. Harder for batters to make good contact with pitchers that have higher movement. As a result, pitchers with higher movement tend to give up fewer home runs. And with a lot of guys out there using customized stadiums, movement is important. A pitcher with low movement is typically going to give up more home runs. So you want to try to avoid those guys. If you're really trying to build your stadium to be a bandbox of home runs, you're probably going to want to find guys that have really high movement, that keep the ball moving, keep the ball on the ground. That's going to be really important. And then last but not least, control. I think control is pretty straightforward. It's a measure of a pitcher's accuracy. I don't think that's really, and it obviously correlates directly into walks. So the key is, for me, is what you consider important. It makes it, again, it's, for me personally, I'm looking at starters with high control and guys in the bullpen with high stuff. And then I don't consider anything else. My stadium is a standard stadium. I hate pitchers who walk people. It drives me absolutely insane. I cannot stand people who walk other players, which is why I have refused to let go of future legend Mike Soroka. I talk about him every week on the show, about how I cannot quit Mike Soroka. But you know what? He keeps the ball down. He doesn't give up home runs. He doesn't walk people. He's a great back end of the rotation guy. Yes, he's a silver. Yes, he's a 79 overall. But for me, he checks the box of, and he's Canadian. Yes, I know he's Canadian. I know. Get it out of your system now. Get it out of your system now. He is Canadian, but it's one of those things where he just, for me, I don't look so much at the rating that's in the upper right corner as I do spend time looking at what's in the stuff, the movement, and the control. Those are the ratings that are going to dictate, how good a player is. Again, Mark Littell's only an 83 overall, but he's been great for me in 2 seasons as a closer. When he gets hit absolutely horribly hard. But, when he's on. Guys, who wants to win some PP? Who would like to win some perfect points? So let's do this. Let's go here. Let's flip over and we'll take a look at my team real quick. All right, let's get this giveaway going. All right, guys, because it is my birthday, tonight we are going to give away 3 prizes of 5,000 PP. You guys who are here every week, you guys know the drill. Exclamation point ticket, one time and one time only. You can only enter once. If you try to enter twice, the bot's going to tell you, hey, if you already entered once. So just exclamation point ticket, one time. We're going to draw 3 winners of 5,000 PP each. And I'm going to take a quick look at my roster, which again, as you can see, guys, looking at my postseason coverage, we got beat out again in the division series, again, 3-1, again, 3 times in 4 seasons. We've lost in 4 games in the division series. I don't know. This team just can't get it done in the playoffs, guys. It just can't get it done. I don't know what it is. Oh, Rut Bunch, I see you're in that league. What team are you, Rut Bunch? I didn't know you were in this league. Oh, Bob's Burgers? Oh, Bob's Burgers. Yeah, Juan Soto's been crazy for me. So since the season has ended, the Chapel Hill Panthers, you're in my division, aren't you? Yeah, you're in the same division as me right here. I'm up here. We're in the same division. Oh, there you go. Let's talk about how Lance got relegated in my league. Whew. Boy, did his team turn around in a hurry. So since the season ended, we'll take a quick look at the transaction history. I got beat on an auction for Kirby Puckett. I tried to bid on Jimmy Fox. We added a new starting pitcher to start because I'm going to be going up the diamond, and I'm absolutely petrified. I added John Montefusco of the 1975 San Francisco Giants. I got him for below market value, which was nice. 99 stuff, pretty good movement and control. I'm kind of excited to get him going on my team. Again, I think he goes for. I know Tay's like, oh, Giants? Where? But he goes for around. The average is down around 10. I think I got him for like 6. 6 or 5. 6. I got him for 6K. I bid on an auction 6. I got $890 back, so it was like $5,100, which was pretty cool. I was glad to get a good deal there. So I'm excited, guys. I hope everyone had a good season. Again, I'm really looking forward to. We're gonna have our first iteration of perfect leagues tomorrow, which is going to be really, really cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing what teams have managed to climb the ladder all the way up to the perfect leagues. All right, guys, let's get in here. We've got 80 people in this giveaway. I'm going to leave it open for another 15 seconds. So exclamation point ticket in the chat one last time. If you guys want to get in on the draw, we'll leave it open for another few seconds so you guys can hit that exclamation point ticket and get all up in there. And then what we'll do is I'm going to give out the PP. Remember, if you win, you can either send us a whisper right here on Twitch, or if you're in our Discord, discord.gg/OTP, send me a DM. I'm in the upper right corner, Kris, Perfect Team CM. I need your username and your team name in order to be able to credit you the points. So the sooner you get me that, the sooner I can get you the perfect points. And then what I'll do is I'll do a quick Q&A like we do every week, and then I'm going to jump over to my Vancouver Islanders franchise after that for a little bit as well. So we're going to close the draw in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your fire. The draw is now closed. All right. Let's get some winners, shall we? Oh my geez, what is going on with my OBS? Let's not go up there. Oh, OBS on the screen, OBS on the screen. There we go. That's my problem. All right, let's draw some winners. 3 winners. Zompers, congratulations. Let me get you the sound out. Congratulations, Zompers. You have won yourself 5,000 perfect points. Let's draw winner number 2, CCDMRD. Congratulations. You have won yourself 5,000 perfect points. And winner number 3 is Bruise Games Rides. Congratulations, guys. You guys have all won yourself 5,000 perfect points. Again, please send us a whisper here on Twitch, or if you're in the Discord, send me a DM with your username and your team name. I don't need passwords. Don't ever send me passwords. Username and team name, and I will get you those perfect points later on this evening. Okay, guys, I have a couple minutes real quick, as we do here on the show, and I like to do this because I know you guys have a lot of questions. So we'll do a couple minutes worth of Q&A. If you guys have a few questions that I can answer, now would be the time to ask before we wrap this bad boy up and move on over to our Vancouver Islanders franchise. Remember, guys, next Monday, stuff is just a derivative of the individual pitch abilities. It doesn't bump those stats even more. No. Stuff is derived from your pitcher abilities and your velocity, yes. How much wood could a woodchuck? Chuck Norris, everything. Is fixing the inactive bug glitch a priority? Yes. Pulled a 100 bonds, keep or sell? I mean, if it was me, I would keep them. Because there's no other card like that in the game, really. 99%, how is their cards not rated better? That's not a question I can answer, Mathaus. I don't do the ratings. PT Universe screen that makes it seem like you can look and go to individual leagues. It is something we're working on, Tide. Yes, we do want you to be able to visit other leagues, but it's probably more of an out-of-the-park 20 thing. The problem is that we're trying to limit the download file sizes. That's the big key. So it's trying to cram as much information into your file without it being 3 gigs every time you update every 30 minutes. Who's the final perfect? It's no idea. I have no idea. I can tell you guys that we do have, what's today? We have 4 more content releases planned before we start doing the Out of the Park 20 hype stuff. I'll put him up for 400K. I'd have to check, McDavid. If you send me a DM in the Discord, I can look and see who it is. Release date for OOTP 20. Stay tuned. It'll be similar to previous years. Why the 14-day wait in reserve? Because we don't want. We're trying to. What's the best way I don't know if I can summarize that in a way. I could find you an answer. I believe we've answered that question several times in the Discord. I'll see if we can figure that out. Perfect team feels like the end game of the Grand Championship League. Is that a fair statement? I'm not sure what you mean, JWM. Do you mean perfect leagues? Yeah, that's kind of the idea of sport. We use it to emulate the minor leagues, right? Is there a perfect point achievement list for in-game achievements? No. But trust me, that is something I'm pushing for really hard in Out of the Park 20. That we have a list so that people will know. We do not have a list currently. Calling down and sending up to the minors does have a limitation. That is not. There is a limitation. You cannot freely call people up unless there is an injury. You send somebody down, I think he has to stay down there for 10 or 14 days unless there was an injury. We will, Cavicom, you don't have to worry about that. We're not going to have injuries. A couple more questions here. What do you mean when you say tournaments will happen? Tournaments are being planned for Out of the Park 20. I can't give you any more information other than that, but it is something we're going to have available. It's going to be another way for you to play the game outside of the regular seasonal mode. You're going to be able to jump into tournaments that are going to have different restrictions in that, and you're going to be able to use your different cards. So, for example, we may have a bronze tournament. We may have a gold tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun. Be any special packs before Out of the Park 20? Dave Brown, I answered this question last week too. It's 50-50. We are looking at having special packs before OOTP 20. The problem is that everyone is very, very busy working on the things that we're all currently working on. So if it is something we can make feasible with the time that we have before Out of the Park 20, then yes, we would love to have special packs to try them out to see how they're going to work. But it's 50-50 right now. Will Perfect Team ever feature fictional baseball players? No. Any plans on adding no DH leagues? Not as far as I know, Paul. As far as I know, we're always going to stick them with DH. That being said, again, the tournaments are going to be something where we can kind of play around with that kind of stuff, I think. But don't always know. There could be some conversations going on where we may be looking to change that. I'm not sure. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of This Week in Perfect Team. Thank you so much, guys, for all of your great questions. And for coming, hanging out, checking out all the brand new content, which I had a lot of fun with. Let's go back over. Let's just throw that up there just because, right? Let's get that band. Let's get that the brand new. For people who are in, I see a couple questions about entry pools. If you're in the entry pool, you'll get put into Bronze League early in the morning, and then play will start tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. But your league file should, if everything goes well, be available around 8 a.m. Eastern. So you'll know what league you're in and who you're playing against, and give you some time to do some things up. So guys, as always, Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a great holidays. Again, you can get these cards in packs in This Week in Perfect Team right now. The next episode of This Week in Perfect Team will be January 7th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, as we move back to our regular Monday time slot. Thank you all, everyone who's wishing me happy birthday in the chat. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of your faces. Remember, guys, January 7th, community, the first ever batch of community requested content. You guys are going to love it. I promise you, you guys are going to love the first batch of community created content. And I can promise you also that you'll love it. And I promise you it will not be the last community content that we are going to do, because you guys have just peppered us with ideas, and it's something we're going to keep doing. So if you guys were just here for This Week in Perfect Team, thank you guys so much for coming by. Make sure you follow us right here, twitch.tv/OTP Developments. If you're watching on YouTube, on the archive, or if you just want to head over there from the live show, youtube.com/OTP Developments. Hit that subscribe button over there as well. You can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/OTP Perfect Team. You can also follow the conventional account at twitter.com/OTP Baseball. And again, discord.gg/OOTP. We have almost 1,800 members in there now. It's a lot of fun. I really, really enjoy being in the Discord. If you guys are going to hang around, we're going to switch over to our Vancouver Islanders franchise, and we're going to play that for a little bit. But as always, I have been Kris Jardine, a.k.a. Snaggle J, Associate Community Manager. No, I'm not Associate Community Manager anymore. No, I'm not anymore. I'm giving myself a demotion. Couldn't get through the episode without making one big giant mistake, right? I am Kris Jardine, a.k.a. Snaggle J, Community Manager for Out of the Parks Perfect Team. And until next time, keep swinging for the fences.